Hunter, and once again, this is my bookshelf. So it's been a little while since I filmed my last video, and by a little while I mean that it's actually been more than a month. So the reason for this huge delay between my videos is mainly because I was both encouraged and intimidated by the response from my first video. So when I uploaded it, I really was not expecting anybody to watch it, like at all. So receiving comments from people who I admire so much on this platform was a little scary for me to, I don't know, I guess it was a little bit scary for me to film the next one knowing that I had these people that I admire potentially watching. So I'm sorry about that big delay. I'm very excited for this channel though, so I thought that given the amount of time between my two videos, that now would be an appropriate time as ever to film the obligatory new to BookTube tag. So before I begin my explanations, I just wanted to say that the filming of this is prompted by a comment that I received on my last video from Stripped Cover Lit suggesting that I do this, so thank you. So you can probably tell by the title of this video that this BookTube Newbie tag isn't exactly the same as it typically is. So I decided to make it a variant because looking at the questions beforehand, I realized that all of them weren't quite representative of what I wanted this channel to become, I guess, in the future. So I thought I would create a little bit of my own tag using the format of the BookTube Newbie tag. So doing this, I split it into 4 different categories. First was just introducing myself. The second is explaining why I started this channel. Third is what I like reading and why I love to read. And the fourth, I thought it would be fun to just share what I'm currently reading. So without further ado, let's begin. So to introduce myself formally, I guess, I should just say I'm Hunter, even though I know that you probably know that, but I also, in introducing myself, wanted to explain my channel name a little bit. So you can probably read that it's called The Orange Book, and the reason for choosing that name is because I have a blog that is not this one. It's on WordPress, and it's also called The Orange Book, that I began about a year and a half ago. And on my blog I write book opinion pieces. So mainly that has to do with text analysis, but I also feature some of my own writing on there, my own creative writing and some poems, which, I don't know, it's been really fun because I love writing, firstly, and I was looking for a way to share that with people. So the first step I took was in creating that blog, which made me more comfortable with writing and being present online, when I was way too intimidated to interact with anybody on YouTube, because that felt a little bit too real for me, so I needed to tread carefully to begin with, I think. Secondly then, the reason why I started this channel was because after being on my blog for about a year and a half, like I said, I grew comfortable with the position that I held in just writing and posting that online. And I have been an avid BookTube viewer for quite a long time now, and I always felt really wistful looking at creators on BookTube and consequently they're commenters. And the reason why I created this channel then was to participate and interact with these people who I have seen and really loved what they were contributing as well. And in part with that, I also wanted to start my own channel as a way to chronicle my own life. And by that I mean chronicle my reading life, chronicle my working life, and chronicle my overall growth. By chronicling my reading life, it would essentially be the same as on my blog, except I'm putting a face to those words, which I had never done on my blog before, which is putting myself quite outside my comfort zone. I'm someone who's very shy typically, and I found in my life that putting myself outside of my comfort zone has led to really great opportunities and great friendships. So I thought it would be a good shot as any to try it on here. And chronicling my working life, if you read my description of my channel, you would know that I am currently studying at university to go into publishing and editing. And I really wanted to chronicle my journey in that field. So creating little videos just kind of explaining what's going on in that process, where I am, what steps I've taken to get there, and perhaps what I'm studying. Everything like that. I thought it would be really interesting to look back on that in the future and see what I felt at certain times. And finally, the last reason why I started this channel was to prompt myself to write more. So I think I would categorize myself as being a bit of a perfectionist, in that I tend to not want to start certain things because I want them to turn out as perfect as they possibly can be. And in certain aspects of my life, this is a strength, but in creative writing, and perhaps writing in general, it's been a bit of a drawback, because while I love it and it brings me so much joy, I sometimes just cannot push myself enough to do it. So I thought, other than just having my blog to motivate me to write creatively, I would essentially have writing vlogs where I take the time to write and participate in things like Hot and Sticky from Strip Cover Lit that I've seen inspire other people. And I really just wanted to participate myself and grow some more as a writer as a result. So that's that. That brings me on to my third point in this tag variant. Why do I love reading? This, I think, for many people is kind of hard to explain, but I will do my best to explain it a little bit concisely here. I guess growing up, I had always been a reader, somebody who was very quiet, which perhaps you can tell now that I am quiet. But I would say that my passion for reading and writing really, I think the main time in my life was when I got sick. A couple of years ago, I had a life-threatening illness, and during that time, books became my anchor, and writing and everything to do with that. And it kind of just led me to a point where I realized that this is where I was supposed to be in my life. This was what I think I was supposed to do. And ever since then, I've just been... Is obsessed the right word? I don't really know. But I've just been passionate about putting myself out of my comfort zone in order to share reading and writing with everybody that I can. So yeah, I guess that's why I love to read. But for the second part of this question, what I like to read. So I think for this question, the short answer would be everything, I guess, which really doesn't answer the question because sure, I have favorites, but I think I would say that I've started backwards and I'm moving my way forwards because I feel that reading from the past helps, well, at least it helps me to appreciate those things that are being written now so much more. And it also, for me as a writer anyways, it gives me so many ideas and just fills me with so much excitement and passion to see how people in the past had contributed to, I guess, the growth of a generation through writing and putting everything they have into this piece of writing. So I feel like I went way off track there, but essentially to answer this question, what I like to read, I would say that it is everything, but right now I think I'm at a point where I'm reading things more set in the past, but I do bounce back and forth with certain things as well. And finally, I feel like this is an inaugural part of BookTube, sharing what you're currently reading, which brings me so much excitement and joy, and I'm very happy to share with you what I'm reading. So right now I literally have like 2 pages left, but I'm reading Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen for Jane Austen July, hosted by Katie from Books and Things and Marissa from Blatantly Bookish. There are so many just wonderful themes and wonderful, I don't know, Jane Austen just did such a great job with this book. But yes, that's what I'm currently reading. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the new to BookTube tag, or the BookTube Newbie tag, a variant. I'm not sure I have anybody to tag, and if I did, I'm not sure if anybody would even know that I tagged them, but I don't have anyone to tag nonetheless. But I will just say thank you again for everybody who watched my first video. It meant so much to me to see everybody there. It was great. It was really great. So thanks so much for watching this second video. Sorry for the huge delay once again. I hope to have another video up as soon as I can, but hopefully after overcoming this hurdle, I'll be able to have it up a little bit sooner than that gap between the first and the second was. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.